Hello, welcome guys. Now you're probably going to notice the lack of time lapse for this build. Unfortunately last week I had a corruption on my hard drive and I lost pretty much everything. That of course is not going to stop us making a little build guide, but if you're wondering where that footage is, that's why it's missing. Now with that being said, the things I want to talk about today are going to be the lighting, specifically how we simplified the lighting from the tile set to make it more applicable to what we could achieve in the dojo. Then got a couple of examples where I've compressed the detail from the original tile set so we get the gist and we get the feel of the tile set, but we can keep our capacity costs under control. So the main components of the lighting for this tile set is going to be the shifting cues on the floor, which are coming from the TVs. There's this cool green base layer fog. And of course, wherever we see any infestation, there is a red glow associated with that. Now, converting the shifting cues that we get from the televisions is not really possible in the dojo. We don't have light sources, we can't influence color this way. We can only do it in broad strokes from the polychrome. So for a base layer, I put the green fog from the polychrome. I think it replicates that shadowy area on those upper atrium parts really well. Now the red portions of light we can kind of cheese with tributors, but it's quite expensive. And it's not real lighting, it's more just a beam of light. I've got one example at the bottom of this corridor. The other way we can add some nice red tones is by picking the more vibrant red versions of the infested decorations. Now if we come into that little office space on the quest, you can see that in this room the fog is super dense and we can't have localized fog like this in the dojo. It's all reactive to the player location. But this is also another instance where we used a little tributor light trick to replicate the beams coming out of this television set. Now the second example in this room where I compress the details way down is going to be the little arcade portion. Now originally I built this room and I skipped this portion out entirely. I didn't think I'd have the cap to pull it off and do it justice. Then a decorator by the name of Horatius wrote this comment in the Discord, and I couldn't put the idea away that I was going to try to make an arcade. Now obviously I can't go building every single arcade machine. If I was to do that, I would need an entire room capacity just for that room alone. So what I did is I came up with some concepts and built my own cabinets. Now one rule that I stuck to was that no cabinet was allowed to be over 12 capacity. And thankfully in the quest, all these machines are out of order, so I didn't need to factor in trying to have any kind of working screens. Now obviously as we walk through this, you can see a couple of them do have flashing displays. I like tributor, I can't help myself. I'm not going to apologize for the inaccuracy. And my third and final example of this compression of detail is going to be the railings. Now if we look around in the quest tile set, you'll see there are these really nice art deco railings. But each one of those railings is going to cost like 100 capacity each if I try to do it accurately. So just like the arcade machines, I designed my own. Tried to stick to the theme, tried to make them look kind of art deco-y. But of course I'm going to make them far cheaper. And that's almost it from me, guys. Now if you are new to my channel and you're just seeing this video for the first time, I want to make you aware of a series of shorts that I've started making. These shorts are entitled Dojo Basics, and they are exactly that. They are really easy to digest bits of information aimed at entry-level dojos. So if you're new to decorating, go and check them out. Obviously all the likes, comments and subs are appreciated. Peace out. Catch you in the next one.